Good afternoon, students. My name is Benjamin Ahinkra, a lecturer in the Department of Medical Laboratory, Boga Technical University, and I'll be taking you through a short course on reproductive technology. This course runs through first semester and second semester of level 300. And by way of content, the course is not loaded. First semester takes into focus anatomy of the male and female reproductive system, the development of the embryo and the placenta, that is embryology, physiology of the male reproductive system, and also the physiology of the female reproductive system. Then in second semester, we'll look at how we work up infertility. That's when a husband and a wife or a couple have stayed continuously for about a year without any issue or without pregnancy. Then what do we do? Well, what would the doctor do to solve this problem or to work up the infertility issue so that there will be fertilization? Then we also look at artificial reproductive technologies like the intracytoplasmic injection, or also called ICSI, and also we look at in vitro fertilization. We also look at intratumoral injection or intrauterine injection also. So stay tuned as we begin with a lecture on the anatomy of the male and female reproductive system, so I will know the various structures that comprise or compose the female and male reproductive system. Thank you. So let's start. So anatomy of the male and female reproductive system. Okay, so this is the overview. The male reproductive system serves to produce sperm and introduce them into the female body, whereas the female reproductive system functions by producing eggs. It also receives sperms, provides for the union of the gametes, that's the fusion between the egg and the sperm, forming the gamete. The female reproductive system also harbors or keeps the fetus and nourishes the offspring or the fetus. We have terminologies that we have to look at. When we say a primary sex organ, what is it? They are gonads. These produce gametes like the testes or the ovaries. So when you look at children below or before puberty, or children, they have the female has vagina and the male has penis, but they are not structurally and functionally developed. But the female cannot be producing the egg until the female gets to puberty in metaphase 2 of reproductive system when she is at the puberty, and the male too has to mature before sperm production takes place. But the female starts producing starts producing eggs or ova when she is in the womb. But the ova matures when she is at the puberty. So in the womb, when the female is in the womb as a fetus, before delivery, this it will be producing the egg or the ova or the ovum, but it will be arrested at metaphase 2 until she gets to puberty, before complete production of the egg continues into maturation before she can release. So that is what we call puberty. She will be menstruating. So the egg, if it doesn't get fertilized, she will menstruate it out. So let's look at secondary sex organs. So the secondary sex organs are systems of duct, glands, penis that deliver sperm cells. So these ones, when you say secondary sex organs, it means that under the influence of testosterone, the males, the primary sex organs are developed or are matured into the formation of duct, systems of ducts. That's the ureter, the urethra, glands. We also have the bulbo uterine glands, bulbo, Carpus gland. Then we have the penis, which delivers the sperm. The female also have uterine tubes or salpinx, that's the fallopian tubes, uterus, which is the womb, vagina, which receives sperm and harbor developing fetus. So we have the vagina, which receives the sperm, and the uterus harbors the developing fetus. So let's look at the structure. So, as we can see here, so this is the let's look at the structure now. So let's look at it. So we have okay, so this is the we have the penis. So the penis is around the area called pubic symphysis. That's where the genital is located. Then we have the perineal raphe. So the distance from the scrotum here, or the penis, the distance from the scrotum to the anal fissure or opening is called perineum. Also, all this triangle here is called the perineum. And there is a septation or a boundary. We can see it, this one, this line. This line is called the perineal raphe. This is the spelling, perineal raphe. Okay, then this is the anal area. This is the anal area, and the anal area, the part of the cervical, the part of the spine or vertebral column that surrounds the anus, or is at the back of the anus, is called the coccyx. The coccyx. So we have the cervical spine, thoracic spine, we have the lumbar spine, we have the sacral spine, and the coccygeal spine. So the coccyx. Then we also have urogenital. So this whole triangle, the first triangle, is what we call the urogenital triangle because it's around the urinary system. And the second small triangle is called the anal triangle because it surrounds the anus. So this is the anus. Then the location of ischial tuberosity is just around the pelvic girdle. The pelvic girdle. So it's part of the sacrum. So let's go. So organs of the male reproductive system. So we have, for the male reproductive system, The organs are the penis, the urethra here. We have the penis, the urethra. Okay, then the bladder is not part of the reproductive system. This is the urinary bladder. We have the scrotum. This is the scrotum is part. The testis is part. That's the main producer of what? Sperm, under the influence of testosterone. Then we have the vas deferens. That is what carries or transports the sperm to the secretory duct over here, and is nourished by the seminal vesicles. We also have the prostate gland that attaches to the mouth of the urinary bladder. This is the prostate gland. So, for the external genitalia, the penis is the external reproductive organ. Urethra passes through the penis and allows urine and semen to exit the body. So, over here we can see this is the urethra, which passes through the penis, and this is the penis, which allows urine and semen or sperm to pass through. Half of the penis is an internal root, whereas half is an external visible shaft. So I will explain this one later, meaning that half of the penis is buried in the perineum, whereas half is what? Seen, and the visible shaft is what enters the woman. So the external portion of the penis is 10 centimeters long when flaccid, that is when it is non-erect. But it becomes very long, 12 centimeters to 18 centimeters, when it is erect, when a woman has sensitized or aroused it or tempted it, it becomes very long. The glans penis is formed by the terminal part of the corpus spongiosum. So the terminal part, the end of the corpus spongiosum, forms the glans penis. We will look at that very soon. And the glans penis is covered by prepuce, which is removed surgically when a baby is born. That is what we call the foreskin. The prepuce. That is what they circumcise. When there is circumcision, you remove it. That's the prepuce. Okay, so let's go to the structure of it. So let's see. This is the internal structure of the penis. So the penis has glans penis, which is covered by the prepuce. And the prepuce has been removed. There's the foreskin. Then the urethra is inside it. The urethra is inside. We have corpora cavernosa. These are two erectile muscles. And they contract, they become contracted so that the penis will erect. Okay, then we have the corpora, we have the corpus, we have the corpus spongiosum. And the corpus spongiosum is also two erectile muscles that the urethra enters, the urethra passes through. So when the urethra passes through, before urine or semen will go through the corpus spongiosum, the corpus spongiosum has to what? Contract and relax. Contraction to push out the urine or the semen. So these are the four erectile muscles. We have the corpora cavernosa muscle. Then we have the corpus spongiosum muscle. They are they are a pair each. So let's look at the diagram. Well, glans of penis is here, covered by the prepuce. We also have the corpora cavernosa. That's a pair of muscles. Yeah, a pair of muscles. Go to a pair of muscles. Then we also have intercavernous septum of deep. That is what a septum is, just a barrier or a separation that separates the two erectile muscles. That's the intercavernous septum. We also have the corpus spongiosum. It's over here, and that is what the urethra goes through, and it is buried. The bulb of the corpus spongiosum is buried over here. Yes. Then the ends of the two corpora cavernosa muscles are called crus of penis. Then this is what central tendon of the perineum. You know the perineum. I explained the perineum earlier on. Then the external anal sphincter muscle. We also have the ischial tuberosity, inferior facial urethral diaphragm, and the ischiopubic ramus. We'll see all these things later. So this is the penis. We have the deep dorsal vein of the penis. It's buried inside the penis. Then we have the superficial dorsal vein. So the dorsal means that the back of the penis, there are two veins. One is deep and one is shallow. So the shallow one is called superficial dorsal vein, and the deep one is called the deep dorsal vein. Then the deep dorsal vein is surrounded by two dorsal arteries of the penis. Then we have also deep artery of penis that goes through the corpus cavernosum. And the corpus cavernosum is what erects. So if you take in an aphrodisiac or a sexual enhancement drug, these are the two pairs of erectile muscles that will become loaded with blood. The deep artery of penis will be loaded with blood, cause your penis to erect for about 3 days or more. And for that matter, all the blood is channeled there. So imagine the final state of such a man. Then we have the corpus spongiosum that houses the urethra to propel urine and what and sperm. So the outer covering of the penis is called skin. After the skin, there is superficial fascia of the penis called tunica datus. The loose connective tissue of subcutis follows the datus. Then deep fascia of penis, back fascia, follows the loose connective tissue of subcutis. We also have tunica albuginea. That is what surrounds the erectile muscles in tunica albuginea. Later we'll see that the tunica albuginea also surrounds the male testis. So we go back to explain some things. Okay, so I've explained this. So I explained the prepuce. Okay, so so the next slide is so the body, the corpus. Anytime you see corpus, is body of an organ. So the free pendulous part of the penis contains corpus spongiosum and paired corpora cavernosa. Paired corpora cavernosa. Corpus spongiosum is an erectile tissue located on the ventral side of the penis and surrounds the spongy urethra. So this is what the corpus spongiosum houses the urethra. The bulb attached to the perineal membrane. So the bulb of the corpus spongiosum, as I showed earlier on, is attached to the perineal membrane. So this is it, attached to the perineal membrane. This is the bulb of the corpus spongiosum attached to the perineal membrane. This is the perineal membrane. Okay. So, bulbospongiosus muscle surrounds the bulb. Okay. Corpora cavernosa forms the bulk of the body of the penis on the dorsal surface. This is filled with blood during erection or when a man is aroused. Crura are attached to the ischiopubic rami and surrounded by ischiocavernosus muscles. The root of the penis constituted by the bulb and paired crura. The scrotum. Let's see the scrotum. So this is the scrotum. You can see it. Scrotal skin, the darkus muscle, superficial scrotal fascia, cremaster muscle, and scrotal septum or division, what separates the two scrotal sacs from each other. So we have tunica vaginalis, that's also a muscle layer, inner lining of the cremaster facing the cavity. We have the parietal layer, testis covered by visceral layer of tunica vaginalis. So the testis is covered by the visceral layer. We have visceral layer or visceral peritoneum is what muscle tissue or tissues that cover an organ, an internal organ. While the parietal layer, this is the spelling for parietal. The parietal layer covers the abdominal cavity. That is the outside, it covers the abdominal cavity, whereas the viscera covers the internal organ. Okay, so let's proceed. So the scrotum is the pot of skin, muscle, and fibrous connective tissue containing the testis. The left testicle usually descends lower than the right, so the two are not compressed against each other. What this means is that the left testicle, that is this one, when you look at your scrotum, you see that the left side is always lower than the right side. So let's see. So your left testicle is lower. If this is the testis, sorry, let me draw it again. If this is the testis, your left testicle is here and the right testicle is here. So you can see that the left is lower than the right. But under normal circle, they are supposed to be at the same level. But it's that when they are at the same level, they will rub against each other. So the testis is inside, this testis is also inside. When they are closer, they will rub against each other and they will elicit a lot of heat. And heat is not good for spermatogenesis or production of sperm. Sperm does not like heat. So they are not supposed to be at the same level so that they can cool easily. Okay, so internal medial septum divides scrotum into right and left compartments. So this is the internal medial scrotum or scrotal septum. Perineal raphe, medial seam located on the scrotum, extending anteriorly along ventral side. I've shown you this one already. This is the perineal raphe. Perineal raphe is here. Perineal raphe. So this is the perineal raphe. Cast your mind back. This is what separates